Once in a while, talking with friends, I asked them what they or their business might do to improve our environmental situation. Inevitably, the talk gets around to, well, yes, but I got to make some money, or if they have a salary, work for a living, where's the next buck coming from? I got to make the payment, or that old bumper sticker, I owe, it's off to work I go. We live in that kind of world. We have a hard time now imagining getting out of that kind of world. But to really deal with environmental problems, we got to get out of that kind of world, and we have a really hard time trying to imagine it. Our daily activity doesn't take us in that direction. The language we use doesn't lend itself. Very few of us would really use environmental language. We use business language. Buddy, do I have a deal for you? That's the language. And so trying to get out of that is almost unimaginable. Can we imagine it? I tried once. Spaceship analogy. So if you're way out on a spaceship with one little colony and you're totally dependent on yourself, what would you do? Well, you start to think about it and you begin to concoct, oh yeah, maybe there's something that we could do to preserve ourselves indefinitely in deep space. Technically a really tough problem, but you can think about it. It's at least imaginable. Toward the end of writing the book called Compression, I had one paragraph that said, I don't think we can do this until we can form a tribe of the whole. I had no idea how to do that then. Limited idea of what might be done now. But that is it. What's tribe of the whole? Well, we're all split into tribes and divisions, and my status is higher than yours or lower than yours, and that's the way society works. And so if we were a tribe of the whole, we would be interested in preserving the quality of life of everybody on earth if we could. That's not a thought that occurs to very many people easily and naturally. It conflicts with races for status, races for money. That's how we live. And the business world is equipped for it. So now, to really imagine something different, can you imagine having some different values? What do you work for? Do you work to make another $1 or $1 million or $1 billion? Do you work to benefit others, somebody other than yourself? And particularly looking ahead, are we going to be of any benefit to generations yet unborn, 100, 200, 300 years from now? Can we continue? But instead, we've got the mad short-term rush, and we're off to work, or we're closing this deal, or we're doing a better job with the logistics, getting stuff to someplace. That's what we do. And we get paid, maybe. And there are all kinds of social justice issues with the system we now have. Those occupy our attention. They are the divide points in a lot of political campaigns. Do you have a job, not have a job? I'll help you get a job. We got a different public policy that'll give us more jobs, or we'll make even more money, or whatever. That's all right down. The idea of progress is something that starts from kind of where we are, and it's just got to get better in materialist terms. Well, in materialist terms, getting better and better means we keep trying to expand. And if we can't do that much longer, that is an implosion coming in on us. And to even think about it or to imagine it, we need to imagine a different set of values. Who do you work for? Me? Look out for number one. Other people? Probably do work for a few other people, particularly your own children. But if we're going to work for humanity, unthinkable. I can't even conceptualize that. In fact, Mankind never could, all through history. It's all about wars and who the big alpha was after some war was over, and then that alpha faded, and along after a while comes another one, and life and war and conflict go on. So how do you form a tribe of the whole? Well, it begins with the values. If you're working for other people, and you're working for not just other people, but all life and the quality of all life, because we all depend on that, that's a very different objective. And from where we are right now, it's tough to imagine. So can you help us imagine that, and what a different kind of world like that could look like? Love to hear from you.